I'm a big believer in like emulating.
Mhm.
Like if you see something that you like on social media, go ahead and copy that. Especially if you haven't done content before.
Mhm.
That's one of the easiest ways to actually get into and get comfortable with doing content.
So let me just piggyback off of that,
Mhm.
because I'm good at doing that. When I'm listening to you right now and just knowing your journey, it sounds similar to how you started out, right? As far as like skits and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
So what was that your reasoning for doing the skits, to get comfortable in front of the camera? And like, how long did it take you to get comfortable in front of the camera to be able to move on to like, say, acting and stuff like that?
So, that's a great question actually. So I would say before even getting comfortable in front of the camera, like I don't know if I spoke about this on
The previous episode.
yeah, like episode 1, but my nervousness, I
Mhm.
really let it go when I used to make music.
Mhm.
So I was in a group, and and I always thought like, yo, I'm confident, you know what I'm saying? But like all that stuff sounds like hearsay,
Yeah.
once you get in front of like a crowd.
Yeah, exactly.
So I got in front of a crowd, and the crowd could be anything. Some people, they can strive in front of like 2,000 people
Yep.
and feel nothing.
Exactly.
And then get in front of like 10 people and go, whoa, I'm nervous.
Exactly.
And vice versa. So for me, the first time performing, I was really like nervous, but I got through it.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, cool, it's not that bad.
Yeah.
Until I got in front of, I was supposed to go on a college tour, and I got in front of like 6 or 7 judges.
Mm.
And when I tell you I messed up my lines, my lyrics, like I was like blatantly nervous, me out on it. And from that day, I just vowed to just not be, I need to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. So, and that was probably 3-4 years before I even started doing content. So for me, I've already developed like being more confident and things like that, being on camera. When one of the first things I actually like created was Love in Long Island, which was a spinoff of Love and Hip Hop. That was my first time really being on camera and just being like somewhat comfortable, but I still wasn't, I know like if I watch it back, I wasn't that much comfortable in my skin.
And what year was that again?
2014.
2014.
Yeah. So it was just like, it was 2014 and 15 because we came out with like a season 2.
So you was doing pre-work before that, which was 3 years. So that's what, 2011.
So from like 2011 to let's say 13, you could say 14, but really like 13, I was doing like music. Then 2014 was the Love in Long Island like web series. Then 2015, I created my first like skit type video. So what I did was, the first thing I actually did was actually emulate and a lot of people should remember the Why You Always Lying guy.
Yeah.
His name is Nick Frazier. So he made the Why You Always Lying, right? So
yeah, kind of look alike.
And the funny thing about that is, when I did my video and I put it side by side to his, like I literally went and got the same. I had the same outfit at my house.
I remember that.
And then even his backyard, I guess it was, a similar backyard to his. So I just was like, "Hey man, can I just borrow your backyard for like 10 minutes?" And he was like, "Okay, cool." And once I put the video together and I put it out as a joke, just so like some of my friends could just like, that I was in college with, could just laugh at it.
Exactly.
But then it took a whole different turn, and pages started reposting it, and I got millions of views. I went from like 1,500 followers to like almost 3,000 to like 4,000, and like.
And there was no expectations.
No, there was no expectations,
Exactly.
and I was like, okay, wow. So content may be a thing. So for me, just like being aware, and that's another thing with people that are creatives, always be aware of your own like performances. So when a lot of things on social media can be hit or miss, right? And it's not just social media; it could be any like industry you're in. If it's like like if you're a writer, like you're writing like a TV series, like hey, you might have a thing for like crime drama, like that's your thing.
Yeah.
But every time you step out of crime drama and you try to do like a rom-com, it doesn't hit. So that just lets you know like, yo, something that you're doing over here
is
working.
Yeah.
And a lot of people do stray away from, they want something to be different.
Correct.
They don't like things to be like repetitive, or they feel like it's redundant.
Yeah.
I just want to say like, that's actually a blessing. for you to actually have something that works over and over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yes, you may think it's redundant because it's the same, say, concept, but at the end of the day, a lot of people would kill to have that type of success.
Yeah.
Having something work over and over again, you know? And I feel like to go back to what your question was, like even being comfortable in front of the camera, that just helped me. Like so many people just giving me like reassurance or high praise or whatever the case may be, like following me and saying, yo, you're funny, helps you be more comfortable when it comes to creating more and more videos. And yes, I think it did play a good part because a lot of people didn't know if I was the original person or if the other guy was the original person.
Yeah.
So definitely took like some of his like heat like with him.
Yeah.
But that wasn't like an intention or anything.
Exactly.
Because like you said, I didn't have any expectations.
And I wanted to piggyback back onto that as well too, because having like, and what I even realized myself too as a creative is that like we put expectations on ourselves and we want to make sure that everything hits the way we want it to hit, right? And we wanted to make sure it reaches millions of people on the first try and this, that, and the third. But putting those expectations and that type of pressure on yourself, it sometimes doesn't allow the universe to give you what you want, right? Because you're putting a constraint on yourself.
Yeah.
So I think that was important that you did that, didn't have any expectations. That was the first thing. The second thing is that you put in like if you really think about it, we're in 2025 now. You've been doing this for over 10 years now.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
decade, yeah.
But some people, when they hear this, right, and they watch this episode, they're going to be like, oh, well, I can't do it because I'm already 30, 40 something and I don't have 10 years to, that was your process.
Yeah.
You feel me? That wasn't whoever else. That's not my process. That's not that's Dustin's process.
Yeah.
So everybody as a creative, I think what we need to all understand is that everybody has their own process. You feel me? And sometimes it could take 10 years. Sometimes it could take 2 weeks. But at the same time, you know, us having this conversation right now is just to not only let you know about our journey, but also just let people know that everybody has their own journey and just to respect your own journey, respect your own path.